But while we tackle low pay at the bottom, we also have to address the excess that drives that poverty pay, that leaves millions of people in poverty even though they're in work. In the 1920s, J.P. Morgan, the Wall Street banker, yes, J.P. Morgan, the Wall Street banker, limited salaries to 20 times that of junior employees. Another advocate of pay ratios was David Cameron. His government proposed a 20-to-1 pay ratio to limit sky-high pay in the public sector. And now all salaries higher than $150,000 must be signed off by the Cabinet Office. We'll go further and extend that to any company that is awarded a government contract. A 20-to-1 ratio means someone earning the living wage, just over $16,000 a year, would permit an executive to be earning nearly $350,000. It cannot be right that if companies are getting public money, that they can be creamed off by a few at the top. But there is a wider point too. 20 years ago, the top bosses of the Financial Times Stock Exchange 100 Companies Index earned just 50 times the average worker. Today, that figure is 130 times. Last year alone, the top bosses got a 10% pay rise, far higher than those doing the work in the shops, the call centres and the warehouses, or indeed than many health workers who got no rise whatsoever last year or for many other years. So what can we do? These are alternatives. We could allow consumers to judge for themselves with a government-backed kite mark for those companies that have agreed pay ratios between the pay of the highest and the lowest earners with a recognised trade union. We could ask for executive pay to be signed off by remuneration committees on which workers have a majority. We could ensure higher earners pay their fair share by introducing a higher rate of income tax on the highest 5% or 1% of incomes. We could offer lower rates of corporation tax for companies that don't pay anyone more than a certain multiple of the pay of the lowest. There are many options, but what we cannot accept is a society in which a few earn in 2 days and a bit what a nurse, a shop worker or a teacher does in a year. It simply cannot be right. This is not about limiting aspiration or penalising success. It's about recognising that success is a collective effort and rewards must be shared. No company survives on its own. It's a collective endeavour of all of its workers. We cannot have the CEO paying less tax than the cleaner and pretending they're worth thousands times more than the lowest paid staff.